joining us today. Welcome to Fly Tampa Fly. Fly Tampa Fly exists to inspire and grow the aviation small business community in the Greater Tampa Bay area. We're always looking to highlight small business owners with an aviation-centric entrepreneurial mindset. Our mission is to grow the community of like-minded people who are looking to grow profitable aviation-centric ventures while staying on task with a greater purpose. So if you know of a startup with an aviation-centric focus, please connect us. We would love to share their story with our fast-growing community. So thanks again for joining us today, and we are going to get into it. My surroundings today are a little bit different. I'm trying something new. It's a holiday, so I don't have access to Jetline. They're closed for the day, so we're going to try. Try this location, and let me get the slides going for you. That didn't work. Why is this not working? Oh, there we go. Boom. Boom. All right, a little FAA news. FAA is creating a new path for air traffic controllers. The Federal Aviation Administration is creating the Control Tower Operator Partnership as a new pathway for people to become an air traffic controller at a federal control tower, also known as FCTs. Federal control towers are run by private companies, but they're bound by FAA safety standards. Students from a control tower operator partnership program, they're going to use the same FAA approved curriculum as students who attend the FAA's Air Traffic Controller Academy in Oklahoma. It's just another option as they're really trying to address their shortage. This program is being implemented by the FAA to address their shortage of controllers. So those of you who are looking to get into aviation and have considered becoming an air traffic controller, this is just another opportunity. If you're not looking to start your own business, go. You can find there's still jobs out there for you to get into the aviation community. An air traffic controller, I've heard it's a very stressful job, and I've dealt with them on the radio. Sometimes they sound stressed, but there's still opportunity out there if you're looking for a non-pilot way to get into the aviation community. Here's another non-pilot way to get into the aviation community. We always talk about how the aviation community, the aviation industry at large, is huge. You don't have to be a pilot to find your place within the industry. Consider a career in information technology at the Federal Aviation Administration. This could be right up your alley. The FAA has more than 600 cybersecurity and information technology employees. They help configure network infrastructure and keep more than 1,100 FAA facilities securely connected. If you're interested in helping the FAA meet specific mission needs, they have plenty of jobs for IT, cybersecurity, and data science professionals. We're going to leave a link in the description to their IT careers page. So once again, if you're looking to get into the aviation industry, but you don't want to be a pilot or an air traffic controller, there you go. Cybersecurity and information technology could be right up your alley. So definitely consider that. You have an option in the aviation industry that could suit you. All right, Spike Aerospace is an Atlanta-based company that is completing an enhanced study that builds on previous research and design iterations to validate their S512 Diplomat supersonic aircraft. Spike intends to work to accomplish their goals by refining the aircraft's ability to meet stringent noise requirements over land with low boom capability. They're working with a variety of partners to make refinements in the aircraft's aerodynamics, cabin configuration, and lower boom performance. Spike Aircraft is engineering the S512 Diplomat supersonic aircraft to connect cities like New York and Paris under 4 hours, quietly and sustainably. The aircraft will also link London and Dubai in about 3.2 hours, and the cabin would fit only up to about 18 passengers. Their first flight is scheduled in late 2017. That's when they, knock on wood. They always have a date. I guess you have to have a goal. With service entry estimated in 2031. So this is a ways off, but If you're looking to get into aircraft manufacturing and you're looking for a job, Spike Aerospace might be a company that you reach out to if this sounds like something that you would be interested in. But we'll see where this goes. I picked up this story about a month ago, and we'll see, especially with the electric vertical takeoff and landing. Will you have this supersonic biz jet that will have the capability to do that? You know, just vertically take off and land and then pick up speed? We'll see. We'll see. A lot of things happen in the aviation industry, and you can be a part of that. Electric vertical takeoff and landing. Specifically, we're going to talk about Joby Aviation. Joby Aviation, they're the US-based company who's developing an all-electric vertical takeoff and landing air taxi. They recently announced that they successfully operated what they call a demonstrator flight. I call it a prototype. It doesn't matter. A demonstrator flight alongside other aircraft in the Federal Aviation Administration controlled airspace. The flight took place between two U.S. airports, Marina and Monterey, both which are located in the state of California. The flight was a demonstration that shows that the company is making progress towards producing commercial market-ready aircraft. Joby plans to begin flight testing with FAA pilots in 2026, and then following that certification, the company plans to launch commercial service domestically, starting in the cities of Los Angeles and New York City. Joby is a good company. Joby is a big name, so if you're looking for a job, you might have to move to California initially, because I think that's where they're headquartered. But if you want to get into the world of electric vertical takeoff and landing, that could be a possibility for you as well. All right, some electric flying car news. United Kingdom's aerospace startup AltoVolo, they've engineered their electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft Sigma. The Sigma is planned to reach speeds of 290 miles per hour and designed for personal point-to-point travel. AltoVolo's patent-pending Tilton jet propulsion system combines electric battery power for takeoff and landing with a liquid fuel engine for longer distances. The hybrid power system allows it to fly up to 510 miles on a single trip or 260 miles in electric-only mode. Their plans call for it to be able to hover for about 15 minutes while carrying a payload of up to 595 pounds. That's approximately enough for 3 passengers and some luggage. Let's say, well, I guess they can't all be over 200. So it can't be 3 passengers over 200. So I guess they're coming up with some average 100. Let's say 180. What is that? 360, and that gives you 100 and change. 360, 130, 200. That gives you about 360, 200. That gives you about 230 pounds for passengers and luggage. But I'm not sure if that includes fuel too. But well, they said payload, so 595. Yeah, there's some potential here if you fly with people that aren't too big. There's some limitations. It will have a maximum flight ceiling of about 10,000 feet, and at takeoff it will emit just 65 to 70 decibels of noise at over 300 feet, which is apparently quieter than a lawnmower, and that will make it suitable for use in residential areas. In emergencies, the aircraft will maintain flight even if one of its jet engine fails, and if all else fails, there will be a ballistic parachute system that can deploy from as low as 50 feet. AltoVolo has already completed their first successful flight of a scale prototype, so they got a little drone model. I'm not sure what the size of the model was, but it wasn't the full-size aircraft. But now they're fast-tracking development of a full-scale prototype. If you're interested, they have already opened up a wait list for reservations. And not sure how much this aircraft will cost, but we will stay tuned. We will keep track and see, try to keep you informed as best as possible. All right, one of my favorite slides. All right, not many changes here that I really noted, but in particular, that's old news. In August, here's something new. Not really much to report here, just in August, Eve Air Mobility executed another funding round, attempting to raise $230 million in equity capital from the Brazilian stock exchange. They plan to use these proceeds to cover the cost of services performed in Brazil, where it is manufacturing their 4-passenger electric vertical takeoff and landing Eve 100. It's developing, hopefully, for service entry in 2027. Of course, you already know in 2022 they raised $337 million through an initial public offering to go public. They're public, which is why we have them listed on this slide. Based on its merger with special acquisitions company Zanite, Z-A-N-I-T-E. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And then on August, their stock closed about, looks like they're 586. No, that was August 13th. Let's see. What do we have on the slide? I can't read that bar. Let's see. Eve, 393. So they're down. They're down a little bit. Looks like they're down. Okay, that was the 586 is old. They're now under $4. So anyway, we talked about Joby already, and yeah, that's about it. There wasn't really much news here in the stock on the stock slide. So we will move on to something else. Oops, didn't go. There we go. All right, if you are looking to get into the aviation industry, once again, you don't have to be a pilot. You don't have to be an air traffic controller. Tampa International Airport is holding a hiring day for a bunch of jobs that have nothing to do with flying or being an air traffic controller. They have law enforcement, they have firefighters, they have cybersecurity and IT professionals. They have a whole bunch of vendors that serve a whole. If you're into the service industry and serving people and food and beverage, there's a lot of that going on in the airport. If you're into retail and store, clothing, books, other knickknacks, they have plenty of stores within the Tampa International Airport. Anyway, those small businesses are hiring. If you don't want to work for one of those companies, but you're interested in learning how those companies get in there, the fair might not be the best place for you. It could be a starting point. You could probably go there and ask, and talk to them, but they're more focused on people who want the actual jobs that the vendors are hiring for. But you got to start somewhere. All they can do is point you to some sort of website or hand you a card or something. So anyway, hiring day is an opportunity for you to see what opportunities might exist for you within the Tampa International Airport. And if you're not in Tampa, there's plenty of airports all around the country, and they do the same thing. So plenty of non-flying, non-air traffic control jobs within the aviation industry. You know what? I need to use my mouse. There we go. Much better. All right, as always, we have an aviation industry calendar, and I think I highlighted it. Oh, no, that's not till October. All right, in October, Tampa International Airport hiring day. Oh, we already talked about that, so I'm sure there's a bunch of other small events like fly-ins and pancake breakfasts. I think in the future, because I'm really trying to promote the Greater Tampa Bay area and Florida in general. This calendar is focused in broad. It's very broad, somewhat international, which is good. But I also want to make sure I'm getting the Florida events. So if you hear of any Florida events, fly-in events, I think I got the industry events covered. There's not that many of them, but any events that bring people together within flying within Florida, the state of Florida, feel free to email or contact us and point us to that event, and we would love to share them on our slide and put it on our website as well. All right, we're starting to wind down here. Scholarship opportunities. I took off the FAA slide because I think they changed They have a website called Scholarships and Grants, but they changed it up. So the list that I had on that website, they didn't have it anymore. They changed their list. So I think you can still go to the FAA.gov and try to poke around and see what they have. But they don't have as much as they used to. It seems like they kind of, necked down their list a little bit and changed it up a little bit. But Jamail Larkins, I met him recently. A really wonderful person. In fact, I saw a video of him flying online. He was flying with a famous aerobatic pilot, and he himself was a professional aerobatic pilot at a very young age, and so it was pretty cool to see him. But he's a really cool guy, and I like what he's trying to do to get people into the world of aviation with his, he's got a page dedicated to how to get started in aviation, and a specific page that directs you where to find scholarships and grants and things like that. So I like to highlight them on this because I don't need to build it. Jamail's already built it. So go to Jamail's website and he will point you in the right direction for scholarships and grants to help you fly. And oh, by the way, you don't have to, those of you who think you're too old, there are grants and scholarships out there to help you get into the world of aviation. There's not as many. Most, a lot of grants and scholarships are focused on younger folks in high school and early college age. But there are grants out there, so don't assume that you might find something. So just all they can do is say no. All right, more scholarship opportunities. This is the same list we always produce month after month. We'll just keep it up there until I don't know, until somebody tells us to take it down. All right. I haven't done a quiz in a while. I might do that. in a while. I might do that later. But that is going to do it today. We're at 16 minutes, so just enough time for me to get in. I'm trying to get in. We're getting in under the 20-minute mark here. I've gotten better at that. So first, I'm not at Jetline today because we're closed for the holiday, but not a big deal. I am still with them. I'm still one of their biggest fans. We always want to mention that our sponsor at Jetline, they provide flight simulation technologies. Their purpose-built computer systems run flight simulation systems in any environment, from desktop PC servers to servers running large-scale simulators. Each system is hand-built, stability tested, benchmarked, and optimized to maximize performance and stability with the flight simulation software of your choice. Give our friends a call at Jetline if you have any questions about simulation. Also want to thank our sponsor, Mind My PC, and they are my cybersecurity and IT outsourced IT. They take care of all my personal computers and business computers. If you're a small to medium-sized business, about 10 computers to 200 computers, there are 24-hour, 7-day-a-week availability. Gives you, the business owner, a peace of mind, so you can focus on what you do best, and that is your business. If you don't want to be a cybersecurity IT professional, we know that the attacks, all of us get spammed on our phone, we get spammed on our email. Call my friends at My PC. They can help you with solutions that can they can help you with those kind of solutions to help protect you and protect all your computers. As always, thank you to Skyway Bound Aviation Services. If you know of anybody looking to get into the world of aviation, whether it be as a pilot or otherwise, please connect us, and we would love to see how we could help them. So once again, I think that's going to do it. Thanks for joining us today, and I'd like to leave you with my typical "you can do it." The year is almost, I can't believe it's already September. The year is flying. I hope you're accomplishing something, anything. I just had a discussion a few weeks ago with two different people. One was younger and one was older. Probably one was in his early 20s and one was probably in his mid 30s. And we talked about putting together a vision board to help them get going on their dreams. And I just want to encourage you, don't quit. Just do anything to get your dream. Get it out of your head onto a piece of paper that you put in front of you. Maybe you put sticky notes on your bathroom mirror so you see the goal. Stick that goal in front of your face so you see it every day. But in the meanwhile, just whatever you do, do not quit, do not quit, do not quit. Sky is just the beginning. Go out there and make it happen. You can make it happen. I believe in you. All right, you guys have a great September, and we will see you in October. Do not quit.